Is Little Red Riding Hood an innocent child, a salacious sexpot, or a lazy dum-dum? Well, in the Victorian era, it sort of depends where you were. In some places, she was all three. I'm Liz, and this is Into the Hoods, a series deep diving into the history and development of the Little Red Riding Hood tale. My main source is this incredible tome by Jack Sipes. He really nerds out about Red Riding Hood in the best way, and he was inspired by conversations about rape culture to revise his study for its second edition. Today I'm offering a very brief summary of the diverging paths the Little Red Tale took in 19th century Europe and America. These paths are largely concentrated in the areas we've already discussed. See the playlist to catch up. France, Germany, but we'll also look at how the tale was received in England and America. France and Germany took each of their country's predominant versions and ran with them. In France, Perrault's saucy "she asked for it" Little Red often leaned into that theme with its illustrations, depicting a girl tempted by the wolf. The 19th century opera Le Petit Chaperon Rouge turned the tale into an adult romp featuring a love triangle between a wolfish baron and a stand up count, a secret love child, and almost incest. Other writers seemingly gave Little Red more agency, such as Charles Morel's Little Golden Cloak or Emily Matthews' The New Little Red Riding Hood, but even self-sufficient Little Reds only lived due to their ability to curb their sensuality, earning a marital reward sometimes for their virginal virtues. Now in Germany, Grimm's version was king. Best known adaptations here tended to keep Little Red a child. Their lessons were very pious or didactic and emphasized the need for a strong male figure to save the day. Little Red's folly in Germany was due to her youth. She divulged too much information, or she believed the wolf's obvious lies. And if it weren't due to a nearby huntsman, she may have perished completely for that foolishness. As Mr. Zipes writes, erotic play and seduction appear to capture the imagination of the French, whereas the Germans are more concerned with law and order. And they say white culture is undefinable. We like sex, and we like procedural dramas. Seems pretty clear to me. Funnily enough, English and American versions often combined those ideas, which feels so American to me. We stir cultures together into a goopy soup. Here we see our first sensationalized and parodied versions of the tale, such as 1801's The Wolf King or F.W.N. Bailey's comic nursery rhymes, using the sex and violence to shock the audience or reader. Mostly, though, the story remained tame. Most notable to me is that we added a dose of industrialism to the story. It wasn't enough for our little reds to be easy or foolish. They were idle young ladies who lacked a good work ethic. In the later half of the 19th century, we also see a major sanitization of the tale in England and America. This is the case both for children's versions, such as an operetta by George Cooper and Harrison Millard, in which Little Red's goodness saves her completely from the wolf's belly, and the wolf is simply banished to a cave for eating grandma alone, and for adult versions, such as Miss Thackeray's Little Red Riding Hood, a romantic parable in which the innocent Patty is so upstanding she cures her wolfish paramour Remy of his playboy ways. Luckily, the mid to late 20th century would bring more creativity and more modern perspectives to Little Red's story. And we will look at that next time on Into the Hoods. TikTok might be toast, so make sure you're following me everywhere else.